But Kenya politics just got even more interesting, and maybe even a little too quiet in some places. President William Ruto has wrapped up his latest tour of the Mount Kenya region, but not without raising eyebrows. The 5-day visit had all the signs of careful choreography, full of fanfare in some areas, but total silence in others. Why? Let's dive into what really happened and didn't happen during that presidential pit stop up the mountain. As expected, in places like Laikipia, Meru, and Nyandarua, the crowds were big, the smiles were wide, and the speeches flowed. President Ruto was greeted like a returning hero. The people came out in numbers. He talked development, jobs, and progress. But what you didn't see on those presidential clips, the places he didn't go, several key constituencies in Mount Kenya were totally skipped, and not just by chance. Sources say areas in Nyeri, Murang'a, Laikipia, and Embu had been flagged as potentially hostile. That means possible heckling, protests, or political tension. So, instead of risking negative headlines, those stops were quietly chopped off the schedule. One big surprise was Mathira in Nyeri County, a place Ruto once called a stronghold. It's also the political home of Deputy President DP Gachagua. But let's not forget, the two have not been exactly cozy lately. Despite the president staying right inside Mathira, yes, at the Sagana State Lodge, he didn't make a single public appearance there. That silence spoke volumes. In Laikipia, Ruto also steered clear of the county aggregation and industrial park in Rumuruti. That site was launched with promises of thousands of jobs, but delays, especially on funding, have left the project stalled. So instead of facing tough questions and disappointed locals, it was quietly skipped. Out of sight, out of mind. I have not been here for some time because I've been focused on national development. But I will keep coming back. You are my people. That was the president himself reassuring Mount Kenya residents that he hasn't abandoned them. But the message was also clear. He knows this region is restless, and he's choosing his battles carefully. This trip wasn't just about development. It was a political temperature check, and Ruto knows it. Mount Kenya has been a key pillar of his support. But with growing discontent, whispers of rebellion, and internal UDA friction, he's navigating a minefield. Now here's the thing. Avoiding tough areas doesn't make the problems disappear. It just postpones the conversation. And Kenya voters are sharp. They know when they are being seen and when they are being sidelined. If the president wants to keep that mountain base solid, he can't afford to play hide and seek games. My take, the president played it safe this round, but politics is not a game for the shy, and silence in key battlegrounds might cost more in the long run than any booing crowd ever could. If Ruto wants to keep his grip on the mountain, he'll need to climb right through the storm, not around it. That's the real test of leadership. You have been watching Sauti Mzalendo, where the people's voice matters most. See you next time, same place, louder truths.